Hello everyone. So I'm live and I am here. Oh, it's saying share a group and all these things. I'm going to do that stuff later. I am here, of course, to talk with you all about Volo. And I can see that Sean has already jumped on. So Sean, I'm going to bring you to screen in just a moment. I am going to just allow a few people to jump on. I just want to tell you guys what's going on for me right now. If I'm not excited enough about Volo, about the fact that this rocket ship that I've been riding since February has just gone live and is about to launch in, I think it's 6 weeks time, in terms of like our grand event. There's so much going on and it's so exciting, but I've just this morning travelled a couple of hours to the New South Wales Central Coast because it's my mum's 70th birthday. And I've jumped into our apartment a bit earlier than the rest of them just so that I can do this live in the quiet. And look, I don't even know how to like flick the screen. Okay, this is just out the window. I'm going to walk you around and then I'll sit down for the live. Now we had to get a nice apartment because, oh, we've got another window there. We had to get a nice apartment because the Sharkies are going to win the footy tonight. And, you know, we're not really taking her out for her birthday evening because we've got to watch the Sharkies. Give me an up if you're a Sharky supporter. And so, yeah, we had to get a really nice apartment, but I've just walked in and I'm like, yes, it ticks all the boxes. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. And as you jump on, I would love it if you could just say, hey, tell me, you know, so there we go. I'm seeing so many names of people who are dear friends of mine. But yeah, Gavin, give me an up. But yeah, do, you know, say where you're calling from and yeah, just please feel free to comment along as we go. I'm going to bring Sean to the screen now. So I think I just click on waiting, just in case it takes a moment. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How you going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just seeing your earphones and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't put mine in. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I can hear you perfectly fine. And I put mine in because I'm sitting outside right now.
Awesome. Looks like it's nice and sunny where you are too.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous outside. Well, listen, I'm in California. You're in Australia. It's I guess California is the next best thing to Australia.
So guys, this is Sean Spector, and he is somebody that I met over the phone back in February. I can't believe how much has happened since then, but let me very quickly tell you how we came to meet. So many of you that know me know that I love my coaching work, and I was just in a Facebook group all about you know, kind of people that are into spirituality, and somebody happened to be Sean's wife, posted on there, we are about to start a spiritual MLM, who's interested? And I was like, yeah, I am. I want to know about it. And so I sent a message off, and about 24 hours later, I was on a phone conversation with Sean. He told me all about it, and I'm going to ask him to share a little bit of that with you in a moment. And whilst we were chatting, for me, it was one of those phone conversations that, like, I just had like goosebumps all over because of what he was telling me and how exciting it was. And my head was going like, but you've got to ask about this and this and this, you know, all the details that I don't know yet, because I was kind of considering, do I jump into this? And then something took over and I was just like, listen to what your body is telling you, say yes. So I said yes then and there, and over the course of the next half hour or so, we're going to fill you in on some of the gaps that have happened between then and now. So Sean, thank you so much for doing this live with me. And
It's my pleasure.
I'm going to invite you to share your story.
Wow. Well, how do I follow up something like that? That was great. Really, I guess my story starts probably almost a decade ago, where my wife and I, Samantha, we went to our first personal growth seminar. It was a Tony Robbins seminar. It was absolutely fantastic. But we went in very hesitantly because we didn't know anything about personal growth. We didn't know anything about Tony at the time. But within 30 minutes, we were all in. It was incredible. We've been back to that seminar 3 times, and we've been fortunate enough over the years to probably travel around and view at least a dozen, if not almost 24 other incredible speakers and teachers and gurus and listen to them and learn from them. And along the way, what we realized is that there was a little bit lacking in personal growth. And what that was one, I don't think that it was affordable enough for everyone, which means it wasn't accessible enough for everyone. You know, the average person wasn't able to do what we were able to do. They weren't able to spend thousands of dollars traveling and going to seminars. You know, most people will read books and they'll take some courses online, but even online courses were getting really out of hand at $200-300 US. You know, it gets very crazy. You can't keep that up. And the other thing that we found that was lacking was support and accountability. You know, for us, if we wanted support from Tony at the time, we had to sign up for his coaching program at, you know, I think it was like $40,000 or $50,000 a year. We weren't able to afford that. You know, I think the average person in America doesn't even make that as a yearly salary. So, you know, it was virtually impossible. And the more people we started talking to, the more people started telling us the exact same thing. And it was probably about 2.5 years ago where we said, you know what? We need to help solve this issue, let's call it. I don't even want to call it a problem because there's no problems. We only think there's solutions. So it was an issue. And how can we help more people through personal growth? And we started off first by trying to put together some support groups, like-minded people in Los Angeles here. And then from there, we tried to do a couple of live event series, which didn't work out because Samantha was very pregnant at the time. And then what ended up happening was something beautiful. We met with a few people and they started telling us similar stories and what they were doing. And it was during a meditation that Samantha and I almost at the same time popped our eyes open and were like, we need to create not just an affordable platform online for personal growth courses, but we need to create a business opportunity for people. You know, people like yourself, Debbie, or other people who either have a practice or are already really entrenched in personal growth and want to help spread that and teach other people and support other people. Let's give them the opportunity to do that through an affordable platform, giving support built in. And network marketing just made so much sense because you have to support your teams and you have to support your customers. And with that, it was literally like the heavens opened and all the pieces of the puzzle just started fitting. And Samantha looked at me, she's like, this is it. And that was probably about 1.5 years at this point. And we've gone through ups and downs and roller coasters, and we soft launched back in June, and we just released within the past 48 hours our new streaming model. So we're super excited about it. But I'm sure you're going to ask me about that. I won't even get into all of those details. But that's really what our journey was. It was, we realized how much personal growth helped us. You know, when you really start working on your mindset, when you start breaking through limiting beliefs, when you start meditating, when you dive into your spirituality and you do all those things, amazing things start happening around you in your own world. You know, doors start opening, opportunities start showing up around every corner, your relationships grow stronger, you become a happier person. And that's what we wanted to help other people realize in their own lives, you know? And that's why we talk about up-leveling your life, because even if you feel like your life is good could be great, and great could be extraordinary. Extraordinary could be outstanding. So there's always room for improvement, and that's what personal growth allows you to do, but allows you to focus on the inside as opposed to the exterior or materialistic things. Those things will come once you are whole and happy on the inside.
For sure. And there's a couple of Volo courses that I've already done that have been so powerful in the transformation that they help to create. So that's amazing. It's interesting when you were talking about that, you know, being good or great or whatever it is. It was making me think of my tribe, the Volo tribe that I've created with the help of some amazing people. And, you know, we call ourselves Vibe Higher. And the context behind that is like, wherever you're at right now, let's just vibe a little higher.
Yep.
And the people that we are all attracting, like, it warms my heart so much. So, yeah, it's so cool to have a vehicle that kind of just brings people in like that. Really
well, that's
cool.
I think that was one of our main things. You know, when we talk about support and accountability, it doesn't have to come from a professional. You know, going through our journey over the past decade, we just wanted, you know, a friend or a family member who understood personal growth on the same level as we did, and could just say,
Yeah.
you know what, you're going to have a tough day, but keep with it. You know, go read another book, go. And we didn't necessarily have that all the time. You know, we didn't have that like-minded tribe around us. So when we talk about, you know, finding your soul tribe, it's people who really that you could connect with on a level that is much deeper than, you know, the friend you made at the supermarket or the friend you made in school or, you know, your family that you were born into. It's people who really have the same belief system as you. It's the people who are on the same journey as you, who want more out of life, who use personal growth as the tool to get there. That's who we're looking to connect, and connect them all around the world. You know, we didn't know each other. You know, we're literally on separate ends of, well, if the world was flat, and we're not going to get into that conversation, but we would be on separate ends of the world. You know, theoretically, if I was able to fly over the Pacific, we'd be pretty close to each other, but I have to fly the other way to get to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's incredible because, you know, personally, I've been to heaps of personal growth courses, and I've also seen lots of practitioners on a one-on-one basis, because I found myself, I don't know, a decade ago now, that I realized that I could heal my autoimmune disorder by, you know, kind of going into emotions and energy and things like that.
Yep.
So I've done a lot myself, but the one thing that I found myself setting an intention for, as I was like kind of, you know, walking my talk and thinking like, all right, what do I want to create for my life? The one thing that I found myself kind of asking for was like just more tribe around me that I could have coffee conversations with about this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's totally what Volo has brought me. Let's talk about the subscription. We went live yesterday, and I've got to say, I don't know how you're feeling right now, because I can only imagine a fraction of it. You're the person with the team that's done all the work, and I am so excited. So tell us how you're feeling, and then tell us what the subscription's all about.
Well, it's a whole lot of emotion right now. It's listen, you know what? I just recently did a live for all the Volopreneurs, and I said this: it's a labor of love for us. You know, we've been working on this, Samantha, myself, and Vanessa, who we brought on, you know, a little bit more recently. But Samantha and I have been working on this for a year and a half, a little bit more. So to see the dream finally start coming into fruition it's I'm speechless. You know, it's incredible. And it took a while to get here, but I think what we've come up with is that solution to all those issues. You know, and you know, as you know, when we soft launched a couple of months back, we soft launched with 2 courses, and those were what we call now Volo Originals. They were produced by Volo, you know, in partnership with an instructor here based in the United States, and the courses are fantastic. But what we realized was, for our ultimate mission, which is to affect 1 billion people on this planet, to show more people what personal growth could do for them, we had to start meeting the demands of a very quickly growing market. And to do that, we weren't going to be able to do that strictly on producing Volo Originals. And we started looking at models that were out there, and very honestly, it was Netflix that inspired us. You know, Netflix is a phenomenal company. They rule the market when it comes to television and film streaming, and they did something really interesting. They started licensing television shows and movies, and then they started producing their own originals. So we looked at our model and we said, wait a minute, there's already courses out there. Why can't we license them while we continue producing Volo Originals? That's how we're going to meet the demands. That's how we're going to add more content. That's how we're going to grow and affect more lives. And the minute that we started speaking to instructors, the floodgates opened up. And we now have 12 courses in our beta launch as of yesterday. We have our 2 originals. We're set to produce 2 more originals in the coming months. We have probably close to 50 more licensed courses coming by January 2019. Audio courses that are up, and it just makes so much sense. And the cool thing about it for us is that we control the content. You know, there are other platforms out there. The problem is that anyone and their mother can put up a course, and you don't know if you're getting real good quality. And with us, what we're doing is we're hand selecting all of the instructors, even our licensed courses. We are hand selecting, we're curating every piece of content. So coming on and spending the $22 a month, and we'll get into pricing afterwards, you know you're going to get the most effective courses possible. And that's really what we want to do. So we're super excited about it. It's easy to use. It's a streaming service like everyone's used to using. So you know how to use it, you know how to go through it. And at $22 a month, $22 USD. So in Australia, I think it's around $30. You're talking like $1 a day. You know, that's less than a cup of coffee a day to invest in yourself. Where else can you find that? You go find a course. The cheapest course you're going to find is going to be $10 or $15. It's not going to be that effective. The ones that are going to be effective are going to be $100, $200, $300. This, you're going to get effective courses for, excuse me, $22. I get giddy saying it, but $22 a month, $30 Australian dollars. It's unheard of, you know?
It is.
And that's the amazing
if people out
thing.
there have done some TV, they know that.
Yeah. You know, so that's really, and at the end of the day, the three things that we wanted: affordability, accessibility, and effectiveness. And we feel like we have the winning formula for that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Thank you.
You know, affordability you've just described, it's incredibly affordable. Accessibility, like, you know, not only can you, like, could I sit on the lounge here and watch it, but, you know, I'm going to be tuning into a lot of this when I'm in my car. So just to think that I can turn my car into a learning studio is awesome. And I can't remember the other one you said. Affordability, accessibility,
effectiveness. Yes.
Yes. Like one of the best parts about, I mean, the courses are amazing, and the thing that really puts icing on the cake is the tribe building that happens around it, because you know, we have people that are doing this as a business, and I do want to be clear that people don't have to come into this as a business. You can just be a customer.
Yeah.
But because of the people that are seeing that this is either like a beautifully heart-led business opportunity, or it's something that can be folded into a practice people already have.
Yep.
There's just so much love and care, and you know, just like, let me take your hand and take you on a journey type relationships being built. So cool.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. It is. It's amazing to see how it unfolded. You know, it's Samantha told me a few years back, she's like, you just need to let go of control out of everything in your life. I'm a type A personality. I'm a Scorpio. I need control. And this is the first time in business where I said, you know what? Let's start creating, and let's let what's supposed to happen unfold. And it's really been beautiful. You know, yes, there's been hiccups and there's been ups and downs, and there's been things that, you know, I said, oh, if I would have just taken a little bit more control, this wouldn't have happened. But you know what? What's come out of it is more beautiful. You know, the relationships that we see forming, the community, the way that we've grown into this now subscription and streaming model. You know, that might not have been here if I hadn't let go of a lot of that control. So I'm blessed to have the right support system around me, and to have amazing people like yourself who believed in the opportunity, that jumped on board so early, and have stuck through it and have been patient with us. So it's been really amazing.
Thank you. Let's talk about that really quickly. You know, as I mentioned earlier, I jumped on in February, and that was really early.
Yeah.
But back in those early days, you were advised that you should hope for 50 Volopreneurs by pre-launch. And tell me how many we had.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah. So we had a consulting team we were working with, amazing consultants. And they've built billion-dollar businesses in network marketing and direct sales. And they said to us, they're like, listen, it's going to take you probably about 3 months to find your first 50 distributors, who we call Volopreneurs. We found 50 within 2 weeks we had signed up. Within 3 or 4 months, we had like 600. We're over 1,000 now. Yeah, we never expected it. Which are, you know, it's a good problem. It's also sometimes a bad problem to have when it's too many people and you're like, oh, we got to slow down. What's happening right now? The system's exploding. But it's, you know, it is, at the end of the day, it is a good problem to have. You know, going back to them and they're like, what did you just say? I'm like, we found our 50. They're like, we just talked to you 14 days ago. We're like, yep. You know, called them back 2 weeks after that. We're like, just hit 200. They're like, where is this coming from? And we're like, I don't know. They're like, are you spending any money on marketing? Are you doing, and I'm like, no, this is all organic traffic at this point. This is all conversations. This is literally the purest form of word of mouth. And it was beautiful to see unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's coming up for me as you say that, like what we know is that the world is shifting, right? And people are looking to come back to self and look for what's important in life and reconnect with family and loved ones. The timing of this company amongst all of that energy shift is so perfect.
Yeah. It's it's interesting you said that. A lot of people, and I've spoken to advisors, I've spoken to instructors, everyone says the same thing. The timing could not be more perfect. Besides the chaos that is ensuing in the world, you know, in all countries, both politically, economically, whatever it is, I think there's this resurgence of, I want to learn more in my life. I want to become a better person. I want to see more results. I want to create something more abundant in my life. And no one is finding that in traditional education. And they're looking to different forms of education now to, for lack of better words, better their lives. And that's what Volo is. You know, I said this once totally off the cuff, and it kind of stuck, whereas schooling gets you to graduation, but Volo gets you through life. You know, that's what personal growth does. It allows you to get from where you are to the next step, and education can't necessarily do that for you. You know, this isn't what's taught in textbooks. This is about energy. This is about mindset. This is about vibration. This is about, you know, breaking through your limiting beliefs to become your best self. That's what personal growth is. You know, yes, there are some basic skills like time management and leadership skills that you can learn, but they're not taught this way in school. They're taught a very different way when it comes to personal growth instructors. And the timing could not be better right now.
Yeah, for sure. And so we've talked just now about the fact that people can be customers and enjoy that fantastic membership and all of those courses. But when you were just talking about like abundance and, you know, it kind of was making me think about, there's so many people out there now that are even thinking like, what more can I want for my life? Like, you know, what if I want abundance? And what if I want to be making a meaningful contribution? And what if I want like total time freedom so that I can, you know, take my kids out of school on Friday and head to the Central Coast for the weekend?
Yeah.
And of course, Volo offers a business opportunity too, right? So
yes.
Why don't you give us a rundown of that?
Yeah, so the business opportunity is pretty straightforward. There are multiple ways to earn money. The easiest way is obviously when you get a customer to sign up for the subscription of $22, you get a commission off of that. If you build a team in a traditional network marketing sense, you are going to personally enroll and recruit other Volopreneurs to join your team. And then you get paid off of volume that all of you produce. The cool part about that is, like you said, you're building your own tribe. And the reality is that if done properly, and you know, you work with your team, you follow some advice, and you really roll up your sleeves and realize that this is still a business opportunity and you do have to put some work in, over time, you can really create some great financial freedom for yourself. You know, but it's good for the person who just wants a little bit of extra income. You know, you just want an extra couple $100 each month. No problem. You know, you want to go at this full time and build a strong team and create real impact and do this as a real full-time business. Yeah, you can create thousands of dollars per month. You know, at the end of the day, and the disclaimer is we can't guarantee anything, you know, it is in your hands. What we are giving is the tools to do it. And the tool is super simple. It's a subscription. It's sign up for the subscription service. It's sign up, do the courses, do all of that, and have a good time doing it and support your customers. That's all that you really have to do. You know, have conversations like we're having right now. You know, talk about something that you're passionate about, that's you feel is your purpose. That's really what the opportunity is all about. You know, all the technical stuff, yes, connect with Debbie. She could explain it a little bit more. We have documentation explaining all of it. But at the end of the day, if you want this as an opportunity, there are ways for you to make money simply by talking to people and explain to them how personal growth could benefit them. And if they sign up, whether as a Volopreneur or as a customer, you end up getting rewarded for it. That's really, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, it sure is. And yesterday I had a friend say to me, have you heard of this NLP book? I can't remember the name of it. But I popped a question in my Facebook saying, has anyone got this book? And then Volo went live with the subscription and I was like, oh, there's an NLP course. So I just messaged her back and I was like, I don't have the book, but you can do the course.
Yeah.
It's easy. And like, you know, I say that to her with zero attachment. Like I'm just saying to her, I have something that can support you if you need it.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, if that can help you, then like I'll do the course too. I think it'll be really interesting. And then you get to kind of, you know, meet up with friends or have a chat like this and talk about what we got out of it.
Yeah. And that's, again, that's what it is. You know, we are a personal growth company. We want to make personal growth more affordable, more accessible, more effective for everyone. But we do that. We're based in community. You know, that's really what this is all about. This is a worldwide movement of people helping people, helping people. And it starts with a conversation. You know, it starts with a subscription. For $22, do a course, do 2 courses, cancel anytime. You know, we want people to see the value in what it is that we're offering. And if they do see the value in what it is that they're offering and they think that they could offer that value to someone else, then you join the opportunity. You know, start off as a customer, then join the opportunity, start on the opportunity, make sure to use all the courses, do whatever it is that makes you feel good. If you believe in personal growth and what it could do, our platform is definitely there to help you.
You know, that feels like such a perfect place to finish. But I want to tell everybody that I'm coming to meet you in Vegas in about 6 weeks' time.
Yes. We have our inaugural launch and first conference, our convention in Las Vegas from November 1st through 3rd for all Volopreneurs. We do tons of business training. We're going to have a nice celebration, nice little kickoff launch. So we are official to the world. It's going to be super, super, super exciting. A couple of hundred Volopreneurs from all over the world coming together under one roof to learn, to expand, to grow their businesses, to work on trainings, and to hear some really awesome announcements moving into 2019.
Yeah. And I get to meet everyone, as I said before, February I came on board. I've had so many conversations with Sean, his beautiful wife Samantha, and Vanessa, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing. And there is a bunch of people all over the world that I now, you know, have as my Volo family. And so, I'm going to have a party with them. It's going to be really fun.
We're going to have fun.
And plus, work really hard. That's what I told my family.
Yep.
So what, I mean, you don't have the answer to this, I'm sure, because I can't imagine that anybody could even guesstimate this. But what comes to mind is just, you know, you say we're about to have our proper launch party. You know, we were expected to have 50 people by pre-launch. We had several hundred. We've smashed all numbers. Can you imagine where we're going to be at in a handful of years' time?
Oh, wow. Yeah, listen, I have forecasting done, and I have targets that we want to hit, but we're definitely going to be well into the thousands by end of year. So we're going to be well on our way into 2019, growing at an extremely rapid pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people, if you are at all interested, call me now because, you know, it's at a really manageable size right now, and who knows where this is going to go. But I'm so excited for the ride. It's been an absolute blast so far. And I am so keen to grow the Vibe Higher tribe with more incredible heart-led people who just want to, you know, make a contribution and also, you know, generate some financial abundance for their family so that they can live whatever life they choose to. But Sean, I really want to thank you for jumping on with me today. You are such a support, and I know that you, not only have you been working really hard, but you must be so exhausted. So thank you for giving me time.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Awesome. I can't possibly go on a Sharky's final day without giving an up Cronulla before we leave. And that doesn't mean much to you, Sean, but for my local friends on here, they'll be like having a little cheer. So yeah, everybody enjoy your Friday. And I think we're still on Thursday evening over in the States. So, and have a beautiful weekend. And yeah, reach out if you want to talk about any of this. Thanks again, Sean.
Bye, guys. Thank you, Debbie.